And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, for round 3 of season 2 of the Shadow Realm Rivals. This round is called, I think, the Shootout by Nixter, who created this track. We're going to watch Team Trance and Team Spite go head-to-head today. One-on-one, mano-y-mano, but 5 of them, so... Cinco y Cinco, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to watch them go head-to-head. We're going to see who wins. We have myself and Pushy over here in the commentator's booth.
What's going on, guys?
We have Mr. Slay J running production tonight, and we have our drivers warming up on the track, ready to go. We have this cool, dope skin for Rivals on the ESDA Texas 2024 layout here in Dallas. This track might look a little bit familiar. This was run in the DreamHack Showcase for Dallas. So, kind of a popular layout, a little bit of action going down. We see Chewy and I think Rainer getting a little bit of practice in to begin with. But...
Yes, sir. Actually, very popular layout, to be very fair. Tonight, folks, not an open comp. This is set just for Shadow Realm. So sorry that you guys couldn't be involved into this one. But you get to see the best of Shadow Realm go head to head tonight. A little bit of chirping going on in the team chat. Not gonna lie, I might have been part of that. I might have sent a few memes. You know, Trance kind of shy. They have a cheater pick, 6 shadows. I won't lie, but Spite team in my heart. I drove for Spite in the first season. They're gonna do some things tonight. All right. You got Slay here doing fart noises. Slay may or may not be the captain.
We need to get on to what's on the screen. So the rules here are 2 drivers battle head-to-head. Battle consists of 2 runs, and judges will determine a winner based off of the line, angle, and style. So those are the gist of the rules. We have 3 judges in the booth tonight, making sure these drivers know what they need to do and make sure that everyone's on their P's and Q's. It's a secret.
It's a secret?
Okay. It's a secret.
You keep your secrets.
So for the lead, we're looking for an ideal line. Make the run followable for the chase. Follow the momentum map, and the momentum map is pretty wide open on this track if you've seen it before. Not a lot of decels out here. It is full throttle for the most part. As you watch Murda and Killshot here get into a quick little demonstration. The chase is going to need to maintain close proximity, match the lead run or better than the lead run's line, and don't hit the lead. Now, a little bit of fun contact. Now that, don't do that, but a little bit of fun contact. You know, I don't think anyone's going to shake a stick at that, but you know.
We might shake a stick at that one though.
That one, that might be a problem. That might be a problem.
So basically, we're gonna see the map here.
Here's our momentum map. So we do have two D cells. We have our start point. Yeah, you want to walk us through the momentum map?
Yeah, I can go. So we got our entrance point. Obviously, we got a slight decel after entrance into that outer zone. So we're going to want to see these drivers filling that outer zone, going in to this second outer zone here. We want to see bumper action. You see this purple line? We want to see bumper on this purple line all the way into this fast section, into this touch and go, or this outer touch and go clip here. And then to this inner touch and go, we want to see bumpers deep, and then a decel zone coming up into this touch and go outer zone, basically right on the wall. We want to see bumpers being dragged, but not too much decel after the decel zone into this inner clip, and then out through the finish line. So these guys, like I said, highly experienced drivers here. We get to see some of the best drivers in esports coming up. Some of the guys that drove in ESDA. So we're gonna see some great drivers tonight. I mean, I'm honestly Bun Shiesty. Mr. Dr. Sit is driving tonight, right? Am I right, Grizz?
Oh yeah,
right.
One of our biggest shit talkers on the team. He's back at it again, and he's out here to cause as much stir as he can. I'm sure his Corolla is ready to go. I mean, I'm not putting anything past that dude. We're gonna see some crazy stuff out of Mr. Dr. Sit tonight. I know that for sure.
Very talented driver. Very, very. How do I say it? Very not established.
Passionate.
Disciplined is what I was going for. He's a very disciplined
yeah.
driver. He's very. We might not see a whole great amount of style come out of Dr. Sit. And I mean, he can pull it out when he needs to, don't get me wrong. But he is definitely robotic when it comes to the whole drifting world. So we're going to see some crazy stuff come out of him. But Mr. Grizz, you got any favorites? I know you're a trance guy.
I have been delivered. I am now a trance fanatic. Red is my favorite color. Rick James is the best driver in this battle right now. Bun Shiesty can just eat the grass back there. My favorite pick tonight, honestly, I'm going for the silent sleeper. This is Rick James. I see Rick James putting all the time in, but not saying a word about it. And it's all about the work, baby. It's all about the work. And I'm telling you, if anybody is going to make some shit happen, it's going to be Rick James. Now, Noah is a big stepper. He's going to be fine. Six Shadows, huge. He finished first in NA in ESDA and fourth in the ESDA Worlds. So, I mean, we're looking at a big dude here. But, I mean, Rick James has got his stuff together. Always has. Murda has been ripping in the A90, and Ethan Turner has been locked in that S chassis S15 from the beginning. I am more confident in my team than I've ever been. So, I don't know. I think you got a lot to worry about. But speaking of Mr. Dr. Sid, here he goes.
Yeah, let's watch this. So let's see exactly how confident you are in your team after this round. Oh, Mr. Dr. Sid putting it on the door into that entry, that outside zone. But we have
spoken a little too soon.
I might have spoken a little bit of a gap, but this is a high-speed track. Making it up at the end here. Big angle coming off of Noah, though. I don't know. I have to say, though, Noah is a very, very good driver. Very consistent driver. And I think in the drifting world, yes, you can have lots of style, and the style guys are the guys that are loved most. We all know this. But the consistent drivers are the ones that win series.
That's fair enough. That's true. But I mean, we over here on the red team, we have those consistent drivers.
You got shout-outs.
And
you got shout-outs. That's fair
and more that weren't able to make it tonight. One of them's running the light. Leave it alone, man. We're working.
You don't gotta rub it in my face. race like
We're
that.
working. Well, how
All
about you
right.
back up your team a little bit? I don't know. Maybe we should start getting into the battles and see what happens. What do you think about
I don't
that?
know.
Let's
You
get
say
this thing
back up my
started.
team, and then they go out and go off in the first corner. It's hard.
Hey, you know
It's
what?
hard out here. All
You know
right.
what? I don't know, man.
Rainer's
I don't
got the
know.
shakes. All right. That's my excuse. That's
Trainer's
my
got the
excuse tonight.
shakes.
All right. He's gonna show up, y'all. As soon as he gets into that competition, he's like a hyena. All right. He's hungry for this win tonight. All right.
It looks like we
Watch,
got some
both
audio
these
issues.
drivers
We're gonna
are
make
going
sure.
on.
Looks like we got some audio issues. We're gonna make sure we get those going and fixed. And
Oh boy.
we're gonna go. Oh, yikes. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Okay, got it. All right, good enough. I think we should be happy. All right, we're
Ready
gonna
to
get
go?
started here. We got Noah and Bun Shiesty up first, but Spite is going to be leading the first and third rounds tonight. So Bun Shiesty will be in the lead, and Noah will be in the chase starting off. So if we can get our drivers lined up, ready to go, Bun Shiesty in that lead position, Noah in that chase position, we're gonna have two Mustangs battling it out right off the rip. What do you say?
Not two Mustangs. Not
Yes, two
my
Mustangs.
favorite car ever. Honestly, I was thinking about it. I might buy a wrecked Mustang, rear end collision, and just tube it. Just
No,
send
you
it.
won't.
I might.
No, you won't.
Maybe in a couple of years. We'll see.
No, you
We'll see
won't.
how it goes.
No,
I
you
might.
won't.
I might.
No, you won't.
I might. Why are you buying a drift car? That's the real question.
Babies, trying to make them.
Ah, fair enough. All right, so here we got Bun Shiesty and Noah. We got Bun Shiesty in the lead, Noah in the chase in this first round of Rivals at Texas.
And
Let's
we're
see what
ready to
these guys
rip.
will do.
All right, here we go. We are off to a hot start here. Let's see how this initiation goes. Bun Shiesty with a nice little flick, but Noah mimics it right off the rip. It's locking into that first outer zone. Noah's not letting him go anywhere, but this is the big transitionary period where drivers can really get away from one another. Noah's not scared. Bun Shiesty into the wall, going off track.
No.
Pushy, what do you have to say about your teammate?
Too much style. He was trying to drag the wall, trying to show everyone, look at Spite. And I think that might cost him the run here. He's going to have to put a lot of pressure on in this next one to really show, to really get to this OMT. He's going to have to make Noah make a major mistake here.
He's going to have to force a mistake, and Noah's locked in.
Noah on the entrance here. Big. Did he go? I don't know. That might be on Noah. That is definitely going to be on Noah. Bun had to make major deceleration there and straighten up. But they're going to keep going. They're going to make a show for the audience here. Big angle. Bun tapping his door saying, hey, buddy, we're going again. Watch this. We're going to have to see what the judges say. But I don't know, Grizz. I think this is an OMT.
I don't think I know. Judges have confirmed 3 times OMT. That's the way it's going to be. So we're going to watch this one more time. Judges are hot to trot tonight, ready to go. I love to see that, but also that was a pretty easy call. So
yeah,
but we're going to see an OMT here, and I think I may have to tell them what's going on. So
yeah, I think we got some Mustang love here. I don't know if they just don't know what's going on. Oh, we got Bun going back to pits here. An erect Mustang? Question mark.
An erect Mustang.
Maybe.
Maybe.
All right, both these boys back up to the line. Bun in the lead and in the chase. All right, we got Bun Shiesty off in the lead here. Big entry. We got Noah right on his door, though. One tire off for Bun in that outer zone. lots of tire smoke, hitting all of that outer zone, hitting all that transition perfectly into that zone, hitting that clip perfectly into that outer
Wow.
zone, not making much deceleration, which will cost him on that inner zone.
Yeah.
Through the line, Noah, no hesitation on his door the whole time.
No hesitation. I was going to say that those inner clips weren't hit like they should have been, I don't think.
I believe that last inner clip he missed. If he did get that third line, I'd be surprised. But here both these drivers off.
And here we go. Bun Shiesty smoothing in on the side of Noah's door. And Noah's going to try to take off here. Let's see if he does. And he creates a small gap, but Bun Shiesty doesn't let him get too far away. Both drivers clearing all of those zones. A little bit of surging from Bun Shiesty. I think Noah may have been a little bit better at capturing all of those inner clips. But it's going to be up to the judges, and it's going to be a hard choice here.
Yeah, I'm a spite guy, but if they don't call an OMT, in my own judging experience, I would have to give it to Noah here. He definitely did a lot more in the lead. Maybe not in the chase. The proximity from Bun was lacking a little bit at the end point there. So it's hard to say. We'll have to see what comes from the judges. But I do believe we have an answer. And the answer is Noah times 3. So Noah will be taking this run and be getting a point for France.
And Noah will be moving on just as I hoped. I mean, moving on. This is not really a moving on situation. It's a 1v1 5 times. So, Sid is flying in here for his battle.
Sid is like, yeah, hold my beer. I'm going to get this point.
But he's not up
Watch
yet.
the fuck out.
Or is he? Oh, he is. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong run. It's 6 shadows against Mr. Dr. Sid.
Oh,
holy
baby.
Do we have a battle here?
All right, you got sick. I got Mr. Dr. Sid. So
what happened?
You go ahead. Oh, we're looking at murder right now. But Mr. Dr. Sid, like I said before, very consistent driver. He is strictly consistency. Maybe might lack a little bit on that style, but he might just mimic 6 Shadows, which is probably one of the most stylistic drivers we have on Team Shadow Realm. So we're gonna have to see here in this run.
I'm gonna let Shadows speak with his drive, and I'm gonna tell Tofu to go ahead and let him rip, because Shadows covers all the categories that we talked about in the beginning, and I know that Team Trance, Team Red's gonna come ahead here. Big, nice, clean initiation out of both drivers, locked in on the door of Mr. Dr. Sit. Both these guys putting in the practice, putting in the time. As we go through the final outer zone. Oh, 6 Shadows washes out a little bit towards the end. Doesn't lose drift, but not the cleanest ending for Mr. Shadows.
I don't know. I think Mr. Dr. Sit might have a little bit of an advantage going into this battle here. Will 6 Shadows? He hasn't gotten a loss, right?
He has had a loss.
He has had a loss. Oh, was it? Yes, I believe it was
the last round. You were out there.
I was working for Santa, and we got Mr. Sit versus 6 Shadows. 6 Shadows, big entry. Mr. Dr. Sit, putting maybe 2 tires off there. Dr. Sit not leaving much space for error. Sick, hitting that zone perfectly, hitting that inner clip with all of it into that outer zone. Lots of angle, maybe 1 tire off, but Mr. Dr. Sit not letting off, saying, hey, 6 Shadows, I'm right here, buddy. Let's play the game. And I don't know. I think maybe Sit has this. I think 6 Shadows has his second loss here. I'm not going to lie, but I am also biased. So who knows?
I think a replay would be a good thing right now, and this is exactly what we have here. As you can see, the proximity in the first half of the battle, Six Shadows has that. But as we move into the second half, I mean, there's kind of a considerable gap, but mistakes are made in the second part of the track here on both ends. We have a 2-tire drop from Ryan in the lead, or Six Shadows in the lead. We have, I don't know if Sit did the same thing in the chase. I'll have to watch it back to see if Mr. Dr. Sit dropped 2 in the chase there too. But the judges have a lot to think about here. What's your take on this battle?
I'm gonna go on the entries from both drivers. I believe Sick might have had 2 off here. If we watch the replay, we have Mr. Dr. Sit hitting that, but I think Six Shadows was 2 tires off on that entrance. What would have given him a more wider radius on that first zone, and would have enabled him to have more speed and giving Mr. Dr. Sit less time to have proximity, right? Because we practice these runs, we kind of know how the track runs. If a driver is on a totally
There's a
different
slow-mo,
line,
not to cut you off, but we got a slow-mo right here.
we got a
little
slow-mo
bit of a rewind.
We're gonna see Sick.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks like he's got a
think-
tire on the line, but what do you think?
Oh, definitely 2-tire. I don't know actually. It's you would really need to go back on the replay and have a top view, but it looks like 2 tires. It's hard to say with all of those tire marks on the line, but I think the judges here will definitely have better angles than we do. The judges can definitely they have multiple angles on these runs. So I mean, proximity was one thing. I will agree. Sick definitely did beat him in the proximity department. There's no doubt about that. But does it go lead for lead or chase for chase?
Well, not just that, but does the proximity make up for the mistakes?
Well, that's exactly right. Does 6 mistakes in the lead make up for 6 mistakes in the chase? And that is a tongue twister, saying sit and sick, sit. See, I can't even do it. But do we have an answer yet from the judges? Do we have nothing?
We have deliberations going on right now.
Oh, baby.
Ooh,
you know what? I'm going to
do.
let you read this one because I kind of like it.
All right. 3 votes. All 3 votes going to Mr. Dr. Sit. Spite will be taking the point for this one.
Spite. We got a judge typing here, though. We might have a reasoning on this battle.
I would like to see a reasoning. I would like to see it, just out of curiosity.
You're just a trance fan.
I am a trance fan.
Fair enough.
Ryan dropped tires in the lead and had a large correction in the chase in between the last outside zone and inner clip. So it did come down to what we were talking about.
Dang, it's almost like we've done this before.
Almost.
Yeah, but we still suck at our job, so I mean...
We do. We're awful, man. But up next, we have Ethan Turner against Chewy from Team Spite.
Ooh.
And we will have our Spite drivers leading, I believe, this round. So
I'm just going to say I'm trying to click on the stream right now, and Discord is telling me to get banned. Oh, there we go. Got it.
So we'll need to switch Ethan and Chewy.
Oh, not 2 guys getting it wrong. I'm going to say, though, SR Chewy, basically a robot. That's all I'm going to say. What do you got to say about Papa Ethan? Papa Ethan. What do you got to say about Papa Ethan?
Ethan knows life. Ethan's a father. Ethan has been through the ringer. He's ready for this. He's been ready for this.
Fair enough.
That's what I got to say about Ethan.
That's fair. Ethan, he's known to talk a little bit of smack, not gonna lie. I bet you Ethan's been in that chat like, Chewy, I hope you know our first battle, I'm gonna be on your door. And Chewy's like, brother, you're gonna have to try hard. And Ethan's like, nah, dog, it's gonna be easy. But we're gonna see Chewy out in the lead. Ethan on his bumper. Chewy, big initiation, getting all of that outer zone into this second touch and go. Big speed, big gap, bringing him to Gappleby's, hitting that inner clip into big angle. Ethan touching tires with Chewy and over the finish line.
Proud of my boy Ethan there in that chase position. He didn't let Chewy take too much of a gap on him there. He let him get a car length or two ahead, but he didn't let him get too comfortable. I appreciate that. No big mistakes from my man Ethan in the chase. I'm ready to see him do a nasty lead.
Yeah, only took him 3/4 of the run to get.
No. I ain't gonna let you talk any trash.
Talk any trash. I bet you I adore you on this track.
I bet you wrong, fella.
I bet you I'm right.
I bet you that Ethan is laying down a hell of a lead here, but Chewy is not letting him get too far away. A little bit of a tire drop in the lead out there. But Ethan with crazy angle going into this outside zone, but it's going to hurt him.
A little bit of dirt there. I think Chewy's going to take this off of precedence that Ethan dropped 2 tires in that chase.
Someone's not listening. I said that.
I know you did. I was just referencing it because you're trans. That's just making sure you knew.
I bet you Chewy put a magnet on his door and put a magnet in the wall and pulled him outside. I bet you Chewy's cheating.
I bet you that I made a write-up on this, and I put in my, what's that thing you do? You're a lawyer. You should know at the end where you get to cite people. What do they call that again?
What are you talking about?
You know, it's a research.
We're in 2 different countries.
That's fair enough. Yeah, you know what? Definitely, I think Chewy's taking this. I don't care what you say.
Well, you are right. Chewy is taking it, and Spite will get another point for the night.
Yeah,
and we'll go into Heat 4 of round 1 with Rick James against Rainer. So Rainer will be leading Rick James.
Rainer, my fellow German, coming up to the line here. I guarantee Rainer is gonna throw out some crazy shit. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
Rainer on a new DD.
Ooh, Rainer. What did Rainer get?
He got a crazy awesome deal on a whole Fanatec bundle. It's awesome.
Dang.
Yeah, he got a nasty deal. I mean, it was a super good deal.
So you're telling me we got Rainer on direct drive, and you're saying that Trance is gonna win?
It's Rick James. Rick James is my top pick for the night. Yeah.
Yeah, but Rainer's on a DD, dude. Like,
he got it yesterday.
And I got my DD the day before the first round of Rivals, and I laid it down.
Oh, okay.
Damn, you didn't like that, eh?
Show me the video.
Fair enough. You know I can't show you that video. But we got Rainer off in the lead. Rick James in the chase. Rainer, big entry, but going 4 off. Rick James passing him up, saying, "Hey, buddy, what's up?" Oh, but the run is over, so it doesn't matter if Rick James straightens out. But Rick James is going to finish out the run here. Rainer starting in front, but finishing behind. We need to see Rick James massively mess up here for Rainer to get an OMT. So hopefully we see Rick James go 4 off, and we'll have this next run.
All right, here we go. Rick James in the lead, Rainer in the chase. Rick James really just needs to lay down a clean line here. Rainer's got to put the pressure on him. That's exactly what he's doing, but I don't know if he's doing the right kind of pressure here. Rick James kind of missing that outside zone, but that's not going to be the end of his run unless he zeros. And Rainer, unfortunately, going 4 off again. I think this one is pretty easily going to Rick James, but
yeah, I hate to say it, but I think we already know who's taking this battle, and I think we already have a decision from the judges. And the judges will say Rick James will take this unanimously. Not one judge had anything to say different, which I think we both knew. So we will be tied 2-2 after 2.
2-2, and who is going to be the one to break the tie? It's going to be Team Spider, Team Trance.
I don't know. Kill shot. Definitely a wild card pick here. A great driver. Depends on the day. But I think Killshot's got it in him tonight, right? Definitely apprentice Tofu lad on the light. He's going to send him off. Killshot in the lead. Big entry here. We're going to have door-to-door action. Killshot hitting all of that zone. 400Z versus the Supra. Hitting that outer zone into that inner clip. Big angle into that outer zone. Hitting this inner clip perfectly.
You're watching the wrong screen, feller.
Am I watching the wrong screen?
Yeah, you're behind.
Oh, you know what happened? I started watching the YouTube.
That's the wrong one.
No, I got it now. I was watching the YouTube. It happens to the best of us.
Well, Murda laid down a crazy chase there. That was pretty nice. He's about to lay down a fantastic lead as soon as Tofu singled
How
off
is
here.
the stream that far behind? Am I tripping to fucking ball right now?
It really wasn't that far behind, but
Yeah, it wasn't that far.
we got both drivers in this first outer zone mimicking line in the chase, but Murda in the lead, gonna try to take off here, grabbing all of that outer zone into that inner clip. Here is where men meet the boys. I don't know who did better there. I don't know who did better there.
Might
The second
be
half of that one. This is good
OMT.
OMT territory.
Might be
That's
an
kind of what I'm
OMT.
thinking.
Noah says, "I forgot where I'm from." What exactly do you mean by that? What do you? How does that feel?
You said
How
my
do you
fellow
feel about
German. You're not German. You're Canadian.
that? The Traer name from Germany.
You're Canadian.
German.
You're Canadian.
What is German?
Okay. All right. Fair
Fun
enough.
fact, my great-grandfather came from Germany after the First World War. So it's not bad because it wasn't the Second World War after the bad stuff happened, but
Anyway,
anyhow.
we got some nice replay action
1950s were
going up
great.
here. We got nice replay action going up here, and I think it really depicts proximity between both the drivers. There's really not a lot to pick apart. Both drivers were on each other's door.
I think we might see lead to lead watched, very closely because I think we might have had a couple more tire drops from each leads than the chase. So I think Murda might have had a couple tire drops in his lead run, but it's all depending on what the judges think here. So
I didn't see any tire
they might be
drops.
deliberating. Murder definitely tire dropped on the last big outer zone.
Not in the lead.
Am I tripping?
Yeah.
I might be.
Well,
I'd
yeah.
have to watch it again, but I saw dirt come from his tires. We're gonna have to watch it. So we see him coming into the outer zone, pretty close on proximity. Good.
You might have seen
transition,
Killshot drop because he went a little backwards in that final outer zone.
but he didn't drop tires. He did slow up a bit, but there was no real contact made from the lead to the chase. So I don't think that's going to.
Yeah, if you watch Murda's lead here, there's no tire droppage going on back there.
Okay. Might have been a little bit shallow up on the zone, but still might have been a better
Flip
run than
flopping from
Killshot.
one side to the other
Depends.
because someone wasn't paying
Depends.
attention.
Depends.
I don't know. I think,
thought, okay,
I
sorry.
think
I
Killshot
thought
did-
on the entry that Murda dropped a tire, and that's my bad. But
Oh, on the entry. Okay, I misheard you. That's my bad too. I think this is OMT territory all day long.
it might be OMT territory. It's pretty close. I think it might be too close to call. I think it's one of those runs where both drivers are doing exactly what they needed to do. I think they just did it both exactly how they needed to do it, and both judges, all three judges, thought that probably was the case. But we're both not the judges.
We're
And
not the
there's
judges,
three
and we
other
were both
people.
wrong.
And we're wrong. You want to tell us? Because I know you want to rub it in my face.
Yeah, I do. So all three judges sliding to Murda's side here. So Murda is going to be our victor here. The judges said Killshot backing through the last outside zone and decelled after the zone, and V'd off the corner instead of running the proper line. If he hadn't done that, it would have been an OMT.
Damn.
And the
Yeah,
decel
and I
is
mentioned
before
that
the
too.
zone and on the momentum map. So
Yeah, kind of had an idea. But that is what it is. And we'll see the next two drivers go head to head. We have the lead chase and the map back up on screen here, just to let everyone know exactly how this track is run.
little momentum map action.
So obviously after that first clip, or not the first clip, but after the starting line, we have
Just a
basically
brief decel.
just a brief decel, yeah, in that initiation, right after initiation, and then right before the last wall, we have another decel. So we want to see guys decelling before that last wall, but right when you get to the end of that wall, you need to be back in power. You need to be going, ready to go. So I think, and like the judges said, I think that, and like I was saying to everyone as well, that would have been the point of contention. We would have watched that back multiple times, and I think we would have taken someone out and basically appointed a winner after watching that. But we will see Noah SCX in the lead versus Mr. Doctor Sit in the chase. Backing up. Is he going to really... I don't know. Is this legal? Is he allowed to take that much of a run-up?
I don't think he's gonna do that. I think
he's
yeah.
He's back.
But we got Mr. Tofu gonna send him off, and this is round 2, heat 1. So we're into round 2, and Noah Sit off to a good start. Sit with a little bit of contact in the decel from Noah. Noah shaking it off and continuing on through the second outer zone into the third as they hit the inner clip and into the really decision maker zone. Both drivers hold it together, and ultimately a pretty clean run.
Pretty clean, but I don't know. I think Noah might have been decelling through that zone, past that zone. I think maybe a car line. So I think Dr. Sit, maybe even a mistake on Dr. Sit on the chase. It depends really on that decel zone where Noah got out of decel. But we will see this next run with Mr. Dr. Sit in the lead, Noah in the chase. Noah taking a little bit of a jump off the line. Mr. Dr. Sit roasting those tires. Big initiation, lots of angle. Could have had a little bit more proximity in that zone, but Noah on the door. Mr. Dr. Sit leaving a little bit of space, going through that my God. Into that outer zone, into the inner clip. Noah still on the door. I wanted to say transition, but the word escaped me for whatever reason. I think that Noah has the upper hand here. By far, I think Mr. Dr. Sit could have been a little bit more deeper into this first outer zone here. But the proximity differences, that's another thing. I think Mr. Dr. Sit had a lot more proximity throughout the run. Maybe in that last section he could have had a bit more, But I think Noah making that little bit of a mistake at the end, now that's for the judges to decide. We could see an OMT on this round.
Could see it. I think this one's leaning towards Trance. I think Trance is gonna come up here and be 2 ahead.
Yeah, I'm not too sure here. I think the judges are having a conversation about this one. Like I said, the point of contention would probably be in that last outer zone. Would it be that Noah was deselling for too long, causing Mr. Dr. Sit to have to make a major correction? Or did Mr. Dr. Sit just make that major correction trying to keep up to Noah? I think Mr. Dr. Sit was very close. In that zone, it's very hard for the chase driver because you need to be very quick. You need to kind of judge when the driver is going to be on throttle, because if you do not get that perfectly, the lead driver will take off on you. So I think it will come down to it'll come down to lead and maybe a little bit of the proximity on chase. But I think the major contenders here and the major things that would be looked at by the judges will definitely be both of the lead runs from these drivers.
I think that's a fair categorization of everything here. I think it really is going to come down lead to lead, and I mean, I don't know really what way. Oh, we have a replay here to look at here, and we will see a little bit of a better side-by-side action of what we got going on here.
I don't think Noah filled out that outer zone in the beginning as well.
I don't know. Pretty decent amount of gap in Sit's chase from time to time. But we do have a call. We have a split decision, 1 for Noah and 2 for OMT.
So, looks like for once we might be getting this one right, Grizz. And
we might be getting one right.
One more time from these guys. One more time. One more time. One more time. Let's see it again.
Let's see it one more time.
Mr. Dr. Sit in that sexy Corolla, and I have to say, it might be a trance skin, but that Mustang,
it's good looking. It's good looking. Shofu, let's see how the second half of this one, how this OMT battle goes. We got a clean slate. No, with a big flick, Sit locking in on that door as we go around that first outer zone. Driver's making a point to grab every inch of the zone. Little bit of a gap there. I don't know how this is going to go through the second half. Sit's going to have to dive in, and he does. But it kind of causes him a little bit of trouble. What do you have to say?
A little bit of a gap there coming from the chase driver. But I think Noah might have made a couple mistakes in his lead. So it depends on how the judges judge that run. But we might see a little bit of the lead at fault for some of the chase's mistakes. But we will see these drivers go for their second run. Dr. Sit in the lead, Noah in the chase with that S650 Mustang. Dr. Sit, nice entry, not crazy angle, but filling all of the zone. But Noah not giving him much space to make a mistake. Perfect transition there, could have filled more of that zone. Big angle, Noah going one tire off though in the chase. Going over the line though, Noah not really giving up on that proximity. Definitely keeping it closer, but making major mistakes in the lead and the chase.
What happened?
So we'll see both these drivers go again on replay, and we get to see exactly how this run unfolded. So Mr. Dr. Sit definitely showing way more angle in the first half of this run and more proximity, but kind of lacking in the proximity. But I think right here we have a major slow up from Noah after the decel zone that caused Mr. Dr. Sit to lose some of the proximity there at the end. And then once again, we're going to watch again Noah not having as much proximity and not as much angle, maybe even straightening out a little bit on that transition. But Noah hitting all of those zones, and even, or not Noah, Mr. Dr. Sit hitting all of those zones, and Noah going one tire off there at the end. So it could be close. Maybe an OMT, but I'm kind of leaning on the side of Mr. Dr. Sit. Not gonna lie.
Imagine that. You're leaning on the side of Mr. Dr. Sit. Who'd have thought?
Who would have thunk it, honestly? Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thought it? Who'd have thought it?
How does that feel, Grizz? How does that make you feel?
Everything that you said, I am in the opposite position. I think you're wrong. I think
Fair
you were
enough.
misled. I think you were looking at someone else's stream.
I'm watching the replay right now. He going back and forth.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Look at the decel right there. That's after the zone.
Looks like he was on throttle the whole time. I don't know.
There might have been tire smoke, but he was going slower. I don't know about that. I see more green on the windshield.
I think it was
Dr. Sit.
I think if Mr. Dr. Sit wouldn't have hit Noah there, he'd have gone all the way to West Virginia.
I think if Noah would have been going the speed he should have, Mr. Dr. Sit wouldn't have had to worry about it. And look at Mr. Noah here straightening up a little bit in his chase and the lead, kind of trying to escape Mr. Dr. Sit, where Mr. Dr. Sit was holding angle. So I don't know.
Noah was entirely perfect. And in my opinion, he will get the win. Look at this. Look at this chase. Look at this.
Look at him hitting the wall, going one tire off.
Look at the YouTube chat. Rumbles are okay in my book. That last outside zone,
Yeah,
I want to see
that
some
don't
wall
look
scrape.
like that. Don't look no rumbles.
I don't
Wall
know.
scrape. You ain't supposed to be scraping the walls in Texas. I don't care if that's how you think it should be, but Texas isn't a place to be scraping walls. There's grass there.
I'm just going off the chat, man.
Man. Yeah, but the chat also looks like a bunch of trans drivers, not gonna lie.
They are, but because that's my team, man. Those are my gentlemen.
I don't know. You're saying all of this and you feel like it's one guy, but I don't see a judge call yet. So they got to be looking at something.
There's some deliberation going on. I won't disagree.
I would also beat you in this. I would take your ass to school. All right.
No, you
I'm just
wouldn't.
gonna say that right now. I'm challenging you. All right. I would take your ass. All right.
You're a big talker, but not a big backer upper.
Mop you all. If I wasn't making toys for Santa, I would take you on right now. But I can't. All right.
Well, yeah, if my goldfish had legs, I'd be able to walk it. But
Yeah,
it
and if
doesn't.
my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. But we're here, aren't we?
Well, exactly. Anyway, so
Slay,
you
your
want to go
turn.
ahead and read our results?
Do you want to go ahead and read our results? Fine. All right. We got a 3 times for some guy on the wrong team. All right. Noah is going to take the win. He got the judge unanimously, which I believe is wrong, but that's what it is. All right. So we're going to go to the next run. Grizz, who's running the next run? Right.
And the next run is going to be 6 Shadows against Bun Shiesty, with 6 Shadows taking the lead on this one.
6 Shadows versus Bun Shiesty. So basically the cheater pick versus Bun Shiesty. Basically, so you got the guy that made the cars, right? And he's like in this. Makes no sense.
You don't make any sense. The only thing that makes sense here is Trance leading by a long shot here.
Listen here, feller. We got Six Shadows in the lead. Bun Shiesty in the chase. Six Shadows, though, going off. Probably deselling.
Oh,
And
you think so?
causing,
Yeah.
oh, big time. 2 tires off in the grass, in my books, is a decel. And then we got Bun Shiesty finishing off this run here. And we're going to watch Mr. Six Shadows do the drive of shame. I don't think Bun is at fault on that one. I'm gonna put that out there right now. I think we're gonna watch a replay and we're gonna see Sick out in the pickies. Sick was on the road looking at scenery, and then at the end of it, he was in the scenery looking at the road. So we're gonna have to watch that back. But here we go with the second run here.
All right, and we got Big Flicks out here. Both drivers locking into that first outer zone. A little bit of contact as we leave it and going into the second. But a big straighten in the chase from Six Shadows through the power alley. And a massive wall tap and a back to
Oh,
pit
and a
send it
back
off.
to pits. How do you feel about that, Mr. Grizz? How do you feel about that, Papa Grizz?
I feel like it's all going to come down to who is deemed at fault for the contact in the first run.
I think Six Shadows is getting another loss.
I would have to disagree.
I'm going to have to watch that replay. I think someone just skipped the replay because they didn't want them to see what Trance did.
The replay is right here.
Oh, the replay is right here. And we're going to watch this. Six Shadows, big entry here. And then SR Bun coming in, but Six Shadows...
SR
right
Bun
here.
shallowing up an angle, but Shadows kind of going a little bit outside.
Going off. If
and
Shadows would not have went off, I think that would have been totally fine for Bun to creep up on that. Yes, less angle, but definitely not trying to make that contact. They're just trying to get door to door, and I think Sick hits that grass and over rotates. So
I don't know. I think it's going to be up to the judges.
It will be up to the judges and how they judge that. But Sick definitely zeroing out major in his chase for sure. I don't know. I think Sick had to kind of let off a little bit in that outer zone, causing Bun to just surge a lot. But like we said, the judges have way more angles than we do, so they really have the last say in this. They're probably going to be watching this from a couple angles, trying to see, maybe even taking some data, trying to see what was going on with these drivers at that point. So we will see.
And the winner of that one is going to be Bun. So Bun is going to be getting a point for spite going in to the next heat of round 2, which will be Rick James against Killshot. So we got Team Trance leading out this one for round 2, and we'll see what happens here. But both of these guys have been thrown down today, so both of these drivers have been putting in a lot of time. Oh, wait a minute. We got Ethan Turner and Rayner. Sorry, I was one round ahead of where we needed to be, or one heat away from where we needed to be.
And also, everyone, don't forget to like the stream and subscribe if you haven't been subscribed yet.
Absolutely. We will get into the next heat here. It's these two guys. Ooh, Ethan, pretty commanding lead over Rainer. Rainer looked like he over-angled a little bit, having to shallow out a little bit to catch up, just to get into the outer zone 3. Ooh. Little bit of tire drops on the outside from Ethan, causing him to lose it and make contact in that final inner clip. I think fault's going to be on Ethan there. I don't know. I think fault's going to be on Ethan there. But we'll have to see. He did over exaggerate that angle a little bit in that final outer zone.
Yeah, a little bit of angle coming from Ethan in that last outer zone. But we'll have to see here coming into this next run. Ethan in the chase. Big entry here, lots of angle, but Ethan lacking behind majorly here. Filling out these zones perfectly. Rainer on a run here. Big angle. Oh, Ethan coming in though and making contact with Rainer, causing him to spin out. We will have to see from the judges if that was a mistake from Rainer or either Ethan, but I'm kind of leaning on the side of Ethan here, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not sure. I mean, Rainer did send it pretty hard there, but I don't know. I think the judges are leaning fault towards Rainer on the second half of that one because they're calling OMT 3 times.
They are calling OMT 3 times here, so we are going to see this run again. And OMT, Grizz, what does that mean?
One more time, running back like it never happened the first time.
Yes.
Clean it up. Make it look better.
Yes. That's what we want to see from these drivers. We want to see 2 back-to-back clean runs so that the judges can depict who was the best and who will take the point for either Team Spite or Team Trance. Oh, Ethan kind of missing the start line here.
Oh, no. Off track from Rainer. That's not going to be good. And crossing back over the track. Oh, no. Unfortunate. Very bad. Not looking good for Team Spite here. I don't know. Going to be a big hiccup.
Yeah, that's a major hiccup here from Rainer going off track here. Ethan finishing out his run, so we're gonna have to see a lot of aggression here from Rainer.
We got Rainer in the lead here. A little shaky, but he's putting it together. Ethan doing a pretty good job in the chase, but pretty big gap here, and definitely going to have to make up for that. But I don't know if he's getting a little bit too comfortable in that chase position. And a big butt boop in the back end. Not making it look too good. I don't know who's going to be the one coming out ahead here. Got a big mistake from Rainer.
Yeah, Rainer might. I think that big mistake might be calling this run, but we're definitely going to have to see what the judges think here. And we're seeing an answer here. So Ethan B. Rainer. We're going to be seeing Ethan times 3. So unanimous vote for Ethan, giving Trance another point. Ethan. Okay, not gonna say that, but
Yeah,
Ethan's
we won't go into that.
Ethan's driving like an animal right now. That's all I'm gonna say. So next up, we're gonna see out here Mr. Rick James, and Killshot out on this next run, out on this next leg. Let's see what they can do. Rick James in the lead, Apprentice Killshot in the chase, and Rick James big initiations. Looks like more angle, hitting that zone perfectly into this outer clip, into the outer touch and go. Not as much proximity into that outer touch and go, but big proximity, making up a gap here, missing a little bit of inner clip. But we'll have to see here. Both these drivers, depends on what happens next. It depends on between Killshot. I said Myrna a while ago, but Killshot and Rick James. Killshot in the lead.
And here we go. Rick James going to do everything he can in this chase position to make up for any potential shortcomings in the lead, and he's doing a good job in the chase, mimicking that line and angle in the lead, driving the zones where he needs to. But Killshot, pedal to the floor, not make. Oh, Rick James coming in and making contact with Killshot in the final outer to enter. I don't know. That's going to be a point of contention for the judges, and they're going to have to make a decision there on contact and who's going to be at fault and who's going to end up taking the point for their team here.
Yeah, I think major mistake coming from Rick James there at the end of that run. I think that contact will probably set it in stone, but we're not the judges, so it depends on what the judges think about that run. And I'm checking out here. I don't see an answer yet. So the judges might have seen something we didn't see yet. So we're going to wait here on an answer from the judges and see who's going to take this point for what team. Remember, Trance is ahead by 2 points. So Trance needs to lose. All right. Spite really needs to get ahead here. They need at least 2 points to tie the series. And we're going to have to see if these teammates have what it takes to do this.
I don't know who's going to get the point here. The side-by-side is really going to be helpful here, I think, for the judges.
Yeah, the side-by-side, I think, definitely is going to be a major help.
I think
for what...
Killshot grabbed that third outer a little bit better. But I mean, that contact at the end, I mean...
Exactly, that contact might be what depicts this run if we're going from chase or lead to lead. Because, I mean, it's about the same angle. I think even Killshot might have taken off a little bit on Rick James. Looking back at this, looking side to side now, I have no doubt in my mind that Killshot's going to take this. But I'm not a judge. I'm just a guy saying words.
I don't know. I think it's pretty clear that Killshot takes, but I'm not looking at this through judges' eyes. You know what I mean?
That's another thing too, right? They could be sitting here going, "Hey, this guy braked and we're not seeing it," or "This guy did something." And you know, the decel lights are one thing, but they're not the end all be all. These decel lights and acceleration lights, they do work. They do give us some visual. but there is there is a little bit of how do you say, like, you know, they can be right, they can be wrong. There's room
Little
for
variation.
yeah, there's variations to how well they work, right? And I
Yeah.
mean, we're looking at something that kind of really is still in beta. So what we're seeing basically is probably the judges are going back, they're looking at telemetry, they're looking at game data, they're looking to see what the drivers did, what their pedal actions were, what their steering inputs were, how the cars reacted, and really they're going to make a choice off of that basically, because these runs back to back, I'm gonna say that Killshot had a little bit more angle, but lacked angle and proximity, but lacked a little bit of proximity right at that last section.
It
And I
kind of, you
think
know, what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
no,
I
I
was
would.
watching. Sorry, I was watching that replay, that last replay frame that we had, and it looked like Rick James made a little bit of a late decel past that last outer zone. Not to be in your favor, but I think that might be another point in your favor. I don't know.
I would have to watch it again, but even if, I mean, Rick James did have a little bit of proximity on Killshot. But like I was saying, it's that tap, right? It's, did a kill shot make the mistake for Rick James to hit him? And I think that's really what it comes down to.
I think so. Okay. All right, we have a call.
And who has the honors here? Do we rock paper scissors?
Oh, I'll take it. One, Judge goes OMT. Two, go kill shot. So Spite will be taking the point. It did come down to the contact. Killshot did not decel and was full throttle, and so it did go down to telemetry.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes
good call on that one.
Yes. Yes. Spite taking the point. That's what we want to see on the board. That's what we want to see.
That's what you want to see, but I want to see Murda take a point away from you right here.
Do you think that's gonna happen?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not too sure about that.
I'm feeling pretty good. We got Murda leading this one. Yeah, okay, good. They're already
But
in
do
line.
you see who's in the chase?
Yeah,
Robot.
yeah, it's okay.
Yeah,
Murda's the seat time king.
but Chewie is the king of everything.
Yeah,
He's the king of
we'll
making tracks. Didn't he make the track before this?
We'll see after this battle. How about that?
How about that?
All right, we got two drivers locked into this first outer zone. Murda, pretty good angle and line in the lead. Chewie mimicking all that style, but we have a disconnect from the server. Yeah, that was.
Oh no!
That we're gonna have to see an OMT. Yeah, that was. Chewie went way out there. That's gonna be
the programming glitched. Yeah. All right, I'll have to reboot Chewie here in just a moment.
Yeah, we're gonna. The winner there is gonna go to Lag. So Lag is gonna be chalked up to be the winner on that battle. But we'll do a quick rerun of that one. I think it's pretty obvious that we're gonna have to redo that. So good thing there wasn't any big hiccups or big mistakes in the first part of that battle. Yeah, we got a Chewy DC there, so we'll have him. I saw he already joined back in, so. Yep, and he is here.
All right, we have Chewie back in the server. It looks like we're gonna get a rerun of this first run, so we're gonna have Chewy in the chase, and we're gonna have Murda in the lead.
And we are indeed off. Oof. Little shaky initiation, but we're okay. As we go through the power alley, both drivers full throttle, locked in, and into this final decision-making zone, as I like to call it. Chewy with a little bit of a gap from Murda, which is kind of a surprise. We'll see what kind of lead he lays down and see if Murda can keep up with Chewy in the second half of this battle.
Yeah, Chewy there, definitely a good chase. Murda, kill shot. Murda, definitely a good lead run here. So we're gonna have to see Chewy absolutely dominate here. And that's exactly what we're gonna see as the light goes green. Chewy in the lead, Murda in the chase. Chewy, big flick initiation, perfectly into that zone, maybe even riding the line, but Murda not giving any room to Chewy. Chewy, big zone fillage into that inner clip, big outer clip, but Murda losing a lot of speed on Chewy. Chewy's initiation.
I wonder.
Chewy definitely on. I'm having a brain fart here.
I wonder if the judges are going to be iffy about that final area in Chewy's lead. I feel like there were some weird times that he was on throttle and off throttle, but I don't know.
I feel like the big contention might be the initiation from both drivers.
Okay, yeah.
Chewy filled out that zone perfectly, and Murda just kind of misjudged it. But I think on the transition, that's what I wanted to say a while ago. The transition on that outer zone, that outer touch and go into that second outer touch and go, might be somewhere so they may look, because I think Murda might have had a little bit more angle and a better transition into that, but I think Chewy definitely had that outer zone, but breaking through that last zone too. So I mean, depends on what the judges think.
Is gonna have to be and it's gonna be an interesting decision. I don't know who is going to be the ultimate victor here.
I think you might have an answer.
Oh, we got an answer on the way, I think.
It was there. I swear to God.
Oh, it's gone. It was gone. Yep.
Well, but it's back again.
Did it get redacted? No, it's not. I don't see anything.
Control Alt Delete. Task manager, fucking end task.
What's happening?
We're gonna find out here soon. It's either a 10-page essay on why Chewy definitely won that run, or it's just gonna be a quick Murda because he's better. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see here. Mr. Griswold.
Do we have a decision?
I think you're gonna like this
one. Okay, so the OMT decision. 3 votes to Murda.
Why?
Murda was full 90 and on brakes through the last zone and after it. Am I reading this right?
No, I think they were saying Chewy was full 90.
Chewy was full 90 and on brakes through the last zone and after it. Chewy was full 90, which caused the mistake from Murda in the last section. Okay, so that will be a point for Team Trance.
And that's why we drank.
All right. And now we're going to have a quick little commercial break before we go into round 3 and cap off the night. Team Trance, 2 points ahead of Team Spiked. So enjoy the ads from our partners.
You feel it coming, creeps up on you close enough.
And we are back in action, and we are going to see for round 3, the final round of the night. Heat 1, Rick James against Bun Shiesty. Bun Shiesty is going to be leading this thing. Rick James is going to be in the chase. Our light is speeding to this position. Maybe. Well, our light needs to be speeding to his position so that we can get underway.
Our light's on a fucking heater, man.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. He's like, I'm gonna show these guys how to do it sideways. Oh, Bun actually kind of juking us out there, saying, I'm gonna go, and then going, LOL. Just kidding.
Just joking. Just joshing. All right, we are up. We are ready. The drivers are on the line. Here we go. All right, little S650 E36 action. Who will be the victor? Both of these guys. Wow. Okay, so great outside zone coverage from Bun Shiesty in the lead. Rick James doing his best, but straightening heavily in the chase there in the power alley. It's going to be a big mistake. I don't know if that's going to be something that he can come back from unless Bun Shiesty makes a big mistake in his chase. Not looking good for Rick James.
Not looking good for Pushy either, because he keeps getting stuck on the YouTube stream for whatever reason. I'm like, why is he so ahead of what I'm watching? And
I can
I'm
see
like,
the future, dog.
shit.
I know.
I'm in the wrong place. So, we got Bun Shiesty on the line versus
Rick James.
Mr. Rick James. Rick James, big entry. Bun Shiesty right on his door, though. Rick James filling all of that zone. Bun Shiesty not giving him much chance. Oh, Bun Shiesty actually scraping the bumper on transition there. Bun Shiesty still there, lacking. Oh, actually making a huge mistake there, hitting into Rick James. That is going to be chalked up to that last half of the run.
I would raise you one, and I would say the Bun Shiesty inhibited Rick James's transition, but the judges are saying this is going to be an OMT. That was a quick call.
Wow, the judges were quick on that one. We're going to see it one more time. We're going to see these guys do it again in this final round. Well, final round. In this final round of round 3. There's another round of Rivals. There's a round 4. You guys should stick around for that. We will have a date up very soon, and you guys will know. There's probably already been a date put up. Be there.
November 22nd is when that'll be going down.
22nd.
All right, we're ready to go for this OMT battle. And a big flick coming out here, Rick James. Bun Shiesty on almost a complete repeat of what we saw before. Let's not see we don't see the straighten from Rick James in the chase. Bringing this in, being pretty conservative in the chase here. Bun Shiesty really giving it the whole enchilada in the lead.
We're gonna have to see. I think Bun. We'd like to see the wall proximity, but I think Bun might have went 2 tires off.
He might have gone 2 off, and
depends how the judges are depicting this. But we're gonna see Bun Shiesty chase Rick James here in this next run. Rick James off to a quick start, big flick, big initiation, but Bun Shiesty right there in his door. Rick James a little bit of a bobble into that zone, but filling all of this touch and go, filling all of this section here. But Bun Shiesty maybe a car length behind, not keeping much to give away here.
Great proximity
section.
At the end.
Great proximity. We might see a point for spite here. We might see a 5-6 after that one. The judges might have to really depict what went on, but
as much as I hate to admit it, you could be correct. I don't know how this is going to go. You know, we don't have any major mistakes. I think proximity was fairly equal. I think Bun probably had a little bit more proximity. It could come down to those tire drops in Bun's lead. It did push him a little bit wide of that final inner clip. So if they go lead for lead, I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking this might be Rick, but
Rick. I think Bun's got it. I think Bun's got it in the bag. Bun has secured the bag. My opinion only.
I don't know, man.
But here we go. Replay of this first run. Rick James lacking proximity. We're gonna see that two tire drop there. But wall proximity though, we were seeing Team Trance say something about actually liking to see wall proximity and then actually winning that round. So this replay just might show actually how talented these Spite drivers actually are and how well they listen and how well they actually take initiative into showing the crowd what they want to see.
You know, that is true, but I would counter that it did push him wide of that final inner clip. And we do have a decision. Do you want to tell the ladies and gentlemen at home what the call is?
We have a decision. I'd love to see an explanation, but we will have a Rick unanimously taking this run. So obviously the judges didn't agree with what I had to say and will be giving Trance another point in this round. How does that feel, you Grizz?
Feels good,
how
man.
Does that make you feel?
Feels awesome, man. I mean, just love to be on the winning team. Just champions all around, all day long. I mean, feels awesome. Like to give a shout out to my mom, and I don't know, you know, everyone else who helped Trance get to where they are today. I don't know what my mom had to do with it, but you know. Up next we have Mr. Dr. Sit against Ethan Turner in Heat 2 of round 3.
Damn, I feel like kind of like Wayne Gretzky out here being the alumni and watching my team kind of lose a little bit, you know? I don't want to say they suck because Mr. Dr. Sit's about to show us what Spite is about. Actually, an OG member of Spite, if I remember correctly, because I was there. He was driving a BMW. Guy was kind of an animal. And now he's out here in a Corolla. A rear-wheel drive Corolla to be at that. Usually a front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive car. And this guy's out here rear-wheel drive. Deleted that four-wheel drive system. And we will see these two go head-to-head.
It sounds like we have a last-minute substitution.
Oh.
So Ethan
had to be a dad?
Had to be a dad. And so we have a last-minute call-up from Team Trance. Mr. Heretic is going to be stepping in.
Mr. Heretic.
And taking Ethan's run for the second half. Or not the second half, for the second heat of round 3. So
I'm not gonna lie,
shaking up to be interesting.
May have driven with Heretic maybe just a few hours ago while these guys were practicing. Definitely not a push-up driver. Definitely someone that can definitely put down a good run. So it's gonna be an interesting battle here. Definitely an interesting battle.
Gonna be interesting. Once we get both these drivers in the line, we'll get cranking. So just a matter of seconds here, I imagine. I just saw Heretic load into the server. So
yeah. While we're waiting, something that I didn't see in our ad rules is Cal Automotive. If you're in the St. Louis area, don't forget, very good automotive technician. He very honest guy. I see his Instagram stories. He saved a customer money of buying an airbag just because there was a little bit of corrosion in a contact for a horn. Imagine having to pay all that money for an airbag. and all you need to do is just clean a contact and save you that much money. Now, airbags are not cheap these days, but yeah, Cal Automotive, if you're in St. Louis.
And those are the kind of technicians that you want, the technicians that are going to try to save you money rather than gouge you out of prices and make you pay that extra bit of cash for that airbag, even though you don't need it, and they throw it on the shelf. No. Cal is going to make sure you don't have to pay that extra money. So make sure if you're in the area or even remotely close, you go to them.
Yes. St. Louis. Honesty, best policy.
Best policy. Let's run over here to the pits and let's see what the heck we got going on here.
Mr. Heretic's putting in his settings for this car. He must be sitting here. He's setting himself up center. He's got his wheel centered perfectly. He's getting ready for this run. He's mentally getting himself prepared because he knows that Mr. Dr. Sit isn't just someone that you go against. He is an opponent that is a fierce to be reckoned with. So he knows that he has to be absolutely dialed. What do you think here, Grizz?
Got to be on his game. Heretic's been putting in the practice here, though. You know, he's been putting the time in on this track, even though he wasn't up for this round. So he's ready. I'm not worried one bit about his performance here. I think he's going to be pretty locked in. So, but we'll see Mr. Dr. Sit in the lead here and Heretic in the chase. I believe we are ready. Here we go.
Mr. Dr. Sit here in the lead. Heretic, a last-minute driver coming in the chase. Mr. Dr. Sit leaving Heretic on that first outer zone. Heretic even making a major mistake in zeroing out at the end of the run. Mr. Dr. Sit, all he has to do is complete this chase run with no issue, and he gains a point for spite. Let's see if Heretic can make Mr. Dr. Sit make a mistake here.
You're all right. Sit just needs that little nice clean chase here, and let's see if he can get it. So we got both drivers going up here. Clean initiation off the rip. Little shaky in the lead and a straighten. Big straighten. Complete loss of drift in the lead. And I would call this run over, but we'll see what happens here. Sit just got to finish out here, and he will, and that'll be a point on the board for Team Spite.
Yeah, I don't think there's a doubt about that. I don't think we really need a judge to dictate that run. Heretic 0 both in his lead and chase, and Mr. Dr. Sit finished both his lead and chase, even though after Heretic zeroed out, that automatically zeroed the whole run. So we will see a point here for Spite, and Trance will still stay at 7.
Indeed. And now we go on to a big battle here. A big battle. Two drivers who placed top in the NA round of ESDA. Two drivers that went on to the world round of ESDA. One of these drivers who finished first in North America. That being Six Shadows. SR Chewy. SR Six Shadows. Here we go.
So RoboCop
showdown
versus the cheater?
I would say RoboCop versus RoboCop, but
that's fair.
Nice and clean. Chewy locked in nice and smooth in that first outer zone. Six Shadows making his way around this track. Not quite as much angle, not quite as much mimic as we'd like to see in the chase, but he's there with the proximity. Chewy dropping a couple in the outer, but I don't think the judges are going to be too mad at that. They haven't been mad at it all night tonight. They like to see that wall proximity. So I think Chewy laid down a fantastic lead. I think Six Shadows gotta step it up a little bit in his lead to make something happen here.
I definitely believe that is what is happening right here. I think that Chewy in the chase here is going to be leading Six Shadows and showing us what is up. Six Shadows, big initiation, but Chewy not giving him any room to make any mistakes. Six Shadows deep into that zone, but Chewy just on his door, actually making contact, is straightening out. I don't know. I think that might be on Chewy. As much as I want to say that Six Shadows is going to lose this run, but I think that is going to come down to it. I think Six Shadows might take this and might bring Trance up to a major lead. Heartening to see. But we see a lot of OMTs in chat. So we might see an OMT just because. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know. I do not know. But I think that we already have a decision, and that decision is sliding all in the red direction. Ryan Six Shadows is going to be taking this one.
Yeah, as a judge,
another point for
Trance.
Another point for Trance.
Yeah, not a hard decision to make.
Hate celebratory run as Rainer and Murda get up to the line here for the fourth heat of round number 3.
Yeah. Shadows, hate to see you leave, brother. Love to watch you walk away.
All right, we got Murda making his way up to the chase position. And Rainer walking on up to the lead.
I love the fact that I remember last season when we did this track in Rivals, it was an inner clip on this this track here. Now it's an outer zone.
It was quite different.
Yeah, it makes it a lot more enjoyable to watch.
We are off. The battle of the new chassis. Both drivers really locked in here. Full throttle, as they need to be through these first 2 outer zones. The power alley, the dictator, Murda diving in, losing a little bit of angle. Both drivers in the outer wall.
I think Murda might have contacted there and might have caused. I believe there was a contact. Yeah. It might have been lag, and the judges will have to look at that. It looked a little bit laggy, but I think there might have been a little bit of contact there from Murda, and that caused Killshot to actually over-rotate into that wall. So we'll see here. Maybe they might call a rerun for the first run from the judges.
I doubt it.
It's hard to say. But we have the next run going on. We have Rainer. Oh, sorry. Is Rainer in that run? Rainer on the door. A little bit more proximity from Murda. Rainer lacking on that proximity, hitting that air clip, gaining but major anglage there, getting way deep and then losing a ton of speed. It's hard to say, so we'll have to see what happened in that first run. Is that at fault at Rainer? Is it at fault at Murda? Am I saying that right? Do I have both these drivers correct, Chris?
You do have both of the drivers correct.
Okay,
you are right on that front.
I'm making sure, because that first run, and we'll see it again here in the replay. So obviously we have Rainer angling up a bunch, but do we see that contact from Murda? Obviously Rainer being from Germany, Murda being from US, so major server complications. Will the judges vote in favor of Rainer and run an OMT, or will they give Rainer the win? That is the question. Definitely on that chase, there was a major mistake on that last zone.
Big hiccup in that last zone for sure. And if there was contact in the first half of the battle, I mean, who knows what could happen here? This is really up in the air. So I know judges are studying these replays, really breaking down what's going to be the deciding factors here. You know, Murda had hiccups here, and he does make contact with Rainer. prior to going into the final outside zone, he makes contact just past, or really right at that final or that second or first of the clip, excuse me. And so that big ball hard over that wall hit.
I think honestly, I don't want to be biased here. I know we've been being biased all night, but honestly, I think in a normal competition, looking at this back to back, just where it happened and how awkward the transition is, I think Murda might have been at fault.
Oh, I think so too. One. I will agree with you there. Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, looking at the second run, Murda doesn't zero. Or excuse me, Rainer. Rainer does not zero.
Rainer does not zero. He makes a big mistake.
Big mistake, but it's not a zero.
Exactly. So, if we
this
see
is
zero to the second run, or the first run, sorry, we could see a spite point here.
I think this is leaning Rainer. All bias and jokes aside, I think this is leaning Rainer.
And also, our personal German getting used to his new direct drive wheel is his second night going into a competition. Kind of crazy, not gonna lie.
Proven to be a benefit because all 3 judges are voting for Rainer. So Team Spite is going to take this point.
Let's go. That's what you want to see, all right? That's exactly what you want to see.
Team Spite, another point on the board. And we go on to see one more battle.
One more battle against who? I'm an out.
Well, on Team Trance, we have Noah. And on Team Spite, we have Killshot. This is going to be a knockdown drag out. So, I don't know. I think we're as ready as we'll ever be. Let's see what happens.
Let's do it.
And here we go. Nice clean initiation. Noah moving his way up on the door. Killshot as they go through the first 2 outer zones into the power alley. We see Noah quickly locking into angle, but Killshot flicking into this final outer zone. Noah sticking to the door, knocking on it, but maybe a little bit too shallow of angle in that chase position for the judges. I don't know. Let's see how the second half goes. But I think Killshot with the advantage here.
Definitely a major shallow up from Noah in that last zone. So we're going to have to see what happens this second run. But we got Noah in the lead. Killshot in the chase. Noah, big initiation. But Killshot right there. Door-to-door action we're seeing here, folks. Noah straightening up a little bit to kind of gain a little bit of proximity. But Killshot saying, no, I'm still here. Killshot still staying on the door. Noah trying everything to elude Killshot, but Killshot is staying there, and they finish the run. Killshot did everything he needed to do that run. I believe in my heart and honestly that Killshot probably has this, but like I said, I'm biased, God knows, but look at the beginning of this run. Killshot is adoring.
Killshot's there, and I mean, as much as I don't want to agree with you, I think I do agree with you. I think Killshot is going to take the point for Spite with this battle. I think this is going to be a Spite point here.
Yeah, that major straight up from Noah in that last 7 on his chase is a big contender there, just on that alone. But judges could see other things from the run. So, I mean, it is all dependent on their choice. We're not the judges. We commentate. But we're looking here. We have a decision, but we have a judge also typing, so it looks like we might see a reasoning for this decision. But it looks like Killshot will take this round unanimously. So
All
obviously,
three.
the judges agree.
All three votes go into Killshot here. So Spite will be taking the final point of the night. But I think Team Trance gets the extra. I don't know. We'll have to see the point count.
So it looks like people with 2 points here. We have Noah. Oh, excuse
Oh,
me. People
goodness.
with a lot of beers in their gullet is also saying Noah, Murda, Sit, and Killshot, all with 2 points. So the question is what team will take the extra?
What team will take the extra? I think.
What do you think?
I think I'm gonna type what I think, and then we'll decide.
Do we do like a quick little commercial and then we make this decision, or do we just go into it? What do you think? Slay J.
All right, we were just hashing out exactly how we're going to determine who gets the final point here, and there will be more battles, so don't go anywhere.
There will be more battles, and now we're at the end of this, and the guys we're battling are the best of the best of the best of tonight. So you won't want to miss this. So stick around, everybody, because we are about to get who are we about to get? Do we got names? We got names.
Oh, still, I thought we had it figured out. Hold on.
Oh, we thought we had it figured out. But while we're here, hey, if you guys want Moza equipment, some of the guys, Noah especially, he's running Moza equipment, and you've seen him dominating out there. If you want Moza equipment, go to Shadow Realm, our partners list. We have a link there. If you click that link, you get 5% off all of Moza equipment. Hey, want that R3, R5, R9, R12? They got it all. They got an R21. They got it all. So if you want Mo's equipment, go to our link. You get 5% off. Hey, it might be $1,000, might be $50, but hey, $50 is $50. You know what I mean? Let's go check them out. Support Shadow Realm, and also merch. You can't see me, but I'm wearing a sick Shadow Realm sweater right now. All right, if you want merch, our partners, our merch, you check that out. You can get a sick Shadow Realm sweater, t-shirt, whatever you want. Grab it. Help us out. We do this for free. All of these comps are for free. When we're not doing a Just Spite Trance Shadow Realm event, we're doing events for free. And that's what matters. We don't want to be here sitting collecting $5 from everyone. We want to be doing this for free. We want to see the best of the best. It doesn't matter what kind of equipment you got. We want to see you guys out here. So don't forget about that. And don't forget to support us as a whole. But Mr. Grizz, do we have an answer on exactly what is going on?
Finally, yes. We're going to have Noah v. Murda. So we're going to have a Trance v. Trance battle and then a Spite v. Spite battle. And then the winner of each of those are going to go on to decide who is going to battle for their team to get the overall bonus point for the night.
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
Hold up. Wait a minute. while we're here, I also have to say, Vosan, if you guys are looking for any tracks that you want to run in Assetto Corsa, go to Vosan. Lots of stuff. They have everything from all of these championships, VDC, ESDA, whatever your mind, EDC, whatever your heart just desires. Go check them out. They even have stuff from just track creators. Anything that you want, check out Vosan. They're a great site. And this track, created by the one and only Nixter of Shadowrealm, right? Not entirely the track itself, but everything that you see that isn't the pavement surface is Nixter. So all of these logos, everything else, these banners, everything is Nixter. So give him an applause for that. And Mr. Grizz, do we finally have our two opponents?
So I think we're going to move to a quick commercial break to figure out what is going to go down, to figure out who's going to figure out, or to figure out how we're going to figure out who's going to get the bonus point of this round, because we do have a third driver from Trance who got 2 wins tonight. So Rick James also got 2 wins tonight. So we're going to have to figure out exactly what's going to happen here. So
okay,
we're going to move to a quick commercial, and then we will be back.
Tenfold.
So we're done with battles.
Yeah.
Here.
Cool.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
We're back.
we have spoken. We are back. We have spoken, and well, we have decided. And the winner of the night for the bonus point is going to be Team Trance. Noah, Rick James, and Murda from Team Trance all got 2 points. Mr. Dr. Sit and Killshot from Team Spite got 2 points. So that is 3 high point scores from Team Trance and 2 high point scores from Team Spite. Team Trance will have that extra bonus point, leading the night with, I believe if the count is correct, 9 points for Team Trance and 7 points for Team Spite. So
Not
really,
what you want to see.
not what you want to see if you're Team Spite cheering, but really close overall. And so looks like we'll get to see a little last minute run from a couple of these Trance gentlemen.
You know, I hate to say it, but Spite has been through the ringer these last 3 rounds. How about we just get a train of all of the drivers here together, and
Yeah, we could see that.
just see a train. We get to see all of the drivers here, just one by one together, do a little train.
We got drivers disconnected from the server, it looks like. So I don't know if we're going to see that this round, but next round, I believe we can set that up because it is the final round and the point spread is not too far away for Spite to come back.
And I'd love to say that I'll be here, but I will be making toys for Santa in the final round.
No.
So I wish Spite the best of luck.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out, everybody, and we will see you on November 22nd.